You hear that sound? You know what that means. It's time to wake up and tune in to Two Men in the AM with Dustin Staples and Luis Romero.
Good morning and welcome to Two Men in the AM. I am Dustin Staples alongside with
Luis Romero.
And we're glad to be back here with you for a second week. And again, we talked about this last week. We didn't know when we were going to be doing these, but since I'm in town for who knows how much longer, we're going to make this a weekly basis for the heck of it as we go on with things as well. And as I was walking in this morning, Luis, there's always new additions here at the TV studio. Y'all have got some new other things behind the scenes. I was impressed to see. I was like, you know what? The more that the surprises I see, it makes it look more lively. You know what I mean?
Not really, but we'll go along
yes,
with it.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what Dustin's talking about, but we'll continue here. It is early in the morning, and we're quite honest with you all. We don't have like a set. Usually, we have like a set lineup of what we're going to be talking about. This morning, we do not. But I know that Dustin, last week you mentioned that you will be going to Harrisonburg. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
You know what? I had some people that actually said, you know, how's Dustin doing?
Okay.
And how did that trip go?
Yeah.
Because they watched the podcast.
Oh, okay.
You know, or listened to it. So I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really impressed. So
yeah.
So that's good. So tell us, give us a little breakdown, and I'll interrupt you if I have some questions.
Yeah. Sure. Basically, so of course, this past week I had a chance to had a job interview for WHSV Harrisonburg, their ABC CBS station there outside of James Madison University. Got up there. Took the beautiful 81 and 64, I-64, and believe it or not, Luis, no car accidents both on south and northbound of I-81, so I lucked out on getting up there, but got up there about 11:30ish or so that morning, and
we don't need every little
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, we're still morning up. Anyway, I get up there, welcomed in the lobby, and they come say, Dustin Staples, we're expecting you, so I had a chance to take a tour of the TV studio, and fun fact about this, I didn't even know this, that they just remodeled their studio back in November. And so it's like state of the art. It has that new smell, that new welcome smell. So you can kind of see it or smell it, I guess, as you're walking in the door. But you know what I mean. But so I got a tour by the assistant news director, and she was very grateful enough to kind of give me what good they do. And then the next opportunity after that, I actually sat down with the general manager, Jay Webb is his name, and some of you may be familiar with that name because he used to work at WDBJ about roughly 12 or so years ago as a weekend meteorologist. Now he's back in Harrisonburg, but I had a chance to meet with him and just kind of know more about the TV station. They're celebrating their 70th year up there, so a big milestone for them. And then after that, I had a chance to go out to lunch. Went to a little place called Capital L, got me some fish tacos, and so didn't really know what to get. I asked the chief meteorologist, Aubrey Urbanowicz. She says typically her family gets the fish tacos. I said, all right, we're going to give the fish tacos a try. They're really good, actually. I was really impressed by them.
I don't think I've ever had fish tacos. We always end up talking about food, Dustin.
It never fails on this podcast,
okay, so,
but yes.
Yeah, that was okay. That was interesting. As we talk a little bit about, trying new things, what have you enjoyed so far about that experience?
Just, going up there, it was a new, different environment, of course. One thing I like about that, I don't think you've been to Harrisonburg before. I don't know if you have, Luis, but I'm not sure if you have.
I don't know. I may have passed through it.
Yeah.
Definitely passed through, but I don't. Not that I can think of.
It looks like a road trip, folks. No, I'm just kidding. But it's beautiful. Mountains everywhere, home bodies, as the feel I got around it. Of course, with it being a college town, it's a lot bigger. I think the population's it's 23,000 students at JMU, so a lot bigger than here in Martinsville. But it was nice. I just liked, coming up and seeing the mountains at the backyard, a beautiful, majestic area. I know I'm getting to, geographically speaking, but that's the weatherman inside of me,
I think so.
But let's get back on track.
Relax,
let's relax and move on here. So I had a chance to. No ASMR. No, none of that. Yeah, no, but we're getting there. But so had a chance to did lunch, and then met with some more of the staff up there. Got to know more behind the scenes of their digital content desk. It's called CTV. I forgot what the C stands for, but the television. And basically, what it is, it's like a live breaking news thing, and then come on Facebook and interrupt anything. And it's got high-tech touch screen everything. So
you did that,
and I got a chance to do that, and then had a chance to make a forecast. So I sit down with the chief meteorologist and learn more about sounding, which is basically understanding higher levels of the atmosphere and what causes all that scientific stuff that I really need to brush back up on, just saying. And then I made the forecast, had a chance to go to an editorial staff meeting. And the thing about this every meeting, Luis, is that they let the meteorologists go first and they go out. And so because the top story is like, if it's breaking weather news, you're the number one lead story. But if it's just like, hey, what's going on? Here's the weather world. It's going to be dry this week. We got a drought going on. Dustin. And so they said, propose 2 news story ideas. So as I'm driving up to Harrisonburg, I'm like, what am I going to say in this meeting? So I had 2 staff. One of them kind of originally thought of was about, summer safety tips. What are ways? I know we haven't been hot enough this summer, but, always get prepared for that. And then the second story.
I'm not complaining about that. It's not too hot. It's just perfect.
It has been nice. And then the second news story was like, since everything started blooming so early, we had that early spring in February, how the impacts of leaves and trees are being impacted by it. So like a plant person who have to look at that type of matter. So that's the 2 pitch stories. And Aubrey said, all right, back to the weather forecasting. So I went to the weather forecasting, got all my graphics made to go. And then as soon as I was ready to do that, I had to meet with Jay Webb for the actual, this is the real deal interview right here. So met with him for just a little while, because the first one was just say, hey, what you up to? Let me tell you a little bit about me. I'll see you back later today for the real deal. I said, all right, so we're going to do this. Spent there about 30 minutes, and it seemed like it went pretty great. I'm having high confidence. Hopefully something here. I should hear back in the next week or so. I know a lot of people, they're hiring team and people on vacation this week. It is summer, so they're on vacation. So hopefully here in the next week or 2, I should have an answer whether or not if I get this position, but it's looking promising. Let's put it as that. So let's stay positive with that. And then as I came back from the interview, the moment finally happened that she gave me the weather clicker, and I was flipping through and did a mock weather forecast. And I did pretty well with it. The first take was a little all right. And she says, you want to do a second take? I said, do a second take. And
what happened?
Well, what it is, towards the end, they have like a sponsor. We've got on here, we say sponsored by the Ashbrook Audiology. I failed to say the sponsor for the 7-day planner. And so I had to go back and redo it. And I still didn't even say that. But what ended up happening the second go round, I was looking at the remote and I was clicking too fast, and I went on to some other graphic that I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, and your 7-day planner up instead, here's your chance of severe weather threat, a hail and damaging wind threats likely. And she's got off the phone because she was cueing me, time cues behind me, and she says, cut, and she says, Dustin, that was as smooth as anybody could have ever done it, because I made like an era part in it. And she says, if that was live TV, no one would have ever known it was all part of it. I said, right,
yeah.
And then so...
with live TV, you got to make sure that you're ready for everything, and that you can make it seem almost like it was part of it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what a busy day.
It was
definitely different than what we're used to doing here, because again we are local. This is a little smaller scale.
Right.
One thing that I think that people can take away from that story is Dustin's really good, because you just met these people one time.
Yeah, he's
really he is very good at remembering dates, remembering names. So, because if I did an interview like that, I went by and you asked me who was that, I can't tell you. Like, I met some people today. I can't tell you who they were.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But no, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. And then I asked her, she was keeping an eye on the traffic for me, because, she's had some family was coming through. She said, right now there's an accident on the southbound, but I think you should be clear by the time you got on there. Like I said, thank goodness if those who've traveled Interstate 81 and 64, it can get hectic, especially on a Friday afternoon. All days, traffic wasn't considered congested. It was just typical 5 o'clock traffic. And that's when I got home and took the long drive. But before I got back home, I made a pit stop to Blacksburg. This was not even on my itinerary at all. A friend of mine from Radford said, hey, man, I hear you're coming down. Let's go grab dinner. So I got 2 free meals that whole day, basically. Wow. So, not complaining. Down there, we went to a little place called Mellow Mushroom. And
I think they have, that's a franchise, I think.
I believe it is. So
Pizza,
and I got pineapple pizza. Ham and pepperoni and onions.
I can't believe he did it.
He
didn't tell me before, and I'm glad he did it, because we would not be doing this podcast if he had told me. I've said this before, time and time again, pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, but see,
but I'll forgive him this time.
Hey, like I said, this was an unexpected visit. I had no idea. He's like, where you want to go to eat? They said, how about Mellow Mushroom? I was like, okay, fine, we'll go on to Blacksburg. And so by the time I get there, it's already pushing sunset.
Right.
So I've been up since like 6:30 already that day, and it's almost 12 hours I've been up, driving 6 hours total to and from and back here. So I talk about sleeping good. The next day I slept pretty good. Let's put it as that.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a nice experience. We'll just have to wait and see, and whoever comes and gets me, you're gonna be in some fun with me. I can't even talk this morning, but Luis knows my goofiness, and so y'all done seen it enough. So anyway, but yeah, that's overall.
Wow. So a very busy trip. I think that one of the things you talked about there that the people at that TV station are doing a summer vacation. So you have anything planned? I know that you are kind of on hold because you're waiting for your next job opportunity.
Yeah.
But any summer vacations that you have planned, and then I'll talk about mine.
Yeah, so we're back in May. When I came back for graduation, my family and I went down to Ocean Lakes outside of Myrtle Beach. That was kind of our little celebratory goodbye Radford vacation with my family. Spent a few days down there. I don't know. I like to have a little me trip. Have a little date. Have like a not all about me, but a detox trip. Where I go, I don't know. Maybe wherever I go.
So you don't have any plans?
No, unless you're paying for my way.
No,
I'm not going.
I'm not. I still haven't decided yet. I still have to check to see if I can go back to El Salvador. So that's that. I want to see if I can go back to El Salvador or go to the beach. One of those two, but I don't know quite yet. So I also have nothing planned. So maybe that wasn't the best subject to talk about. But I've noticed that time is just flying by in this year. It does all the time, but time is just flying, and I'm like, I need to go ahead and and actually plan something if I'm going to do something this summer, because in the blink of an eye, we're going to be starting summer, the official start of summer, and then it'll be gone before we even know it.
Yeah, we'll be eating turkeys and a lot of stuff. Anyway, we're already thinking about Thanksgiving.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah,
and it all will be happening.
Yeah, and speaking of food, a lot that's going on is cookouts. I've seen a lot of those going on. So if anybody's got some cookout, let us know. DM us on the page here, or not page, or wherever you listen to. Send us a message. If you got a cookout, let us come. If you want to be our sponsor, just saying, let us know. But no, it's been, we'll just kind of go with the flow. This is how it's been, relaxing, and that's how I've spent my time. This almost 3 weeks. I haven't really done work almost.
Good.
It's been fun, but I'm getting very bored. That's a problem now.
I thought so. I thought that was going to happen.
The last thing I have recently I did actually power wash my sister's house down.
Okay.
And so I did do that. So she's got a nice spanking brand new house outside. That mold and all that smoke's gone. Yeah.
Good. I'm hoping to see it soon. I need to come by.
I know.
One of these days.
Yeah. Maybe she'll cook dinner or something for you.
Because she is a good cook.
She is.
That I've had so far.
Yeah.
She is. So shout out to her.
Yeah. Last night she cooked Philly cheesesteaks. So we had some Philly cheesesteaks last night.
Really?
Yeah. I cooked some Philly cheese. Well, I helped assist with it, but she did most of the main course cooking.
I don't know if I believe that.
Hey.
Because I'm like, is he taking credit? Or
No, I'm not taking credit.
But Haley, we need to have some of those. Maybe do a late show one day.
I know.
And have some of those Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, she's actually going to he started a summer internship on Monday. Actually, she's going to be doing a summer program for the next 6 weeks, I believe it is.
Okay.
And so she's going to be jumping almost to the workforce starting next week. So she's still trying to figure out what she wants to do. And that's okay.
Yeah. Great point that you made. That's okay. I want to talk to those people, maybe the young people that are watching or listening. It is okay to not have a plan when it comes to going directly from high school, college, graduating, and getting a job. That is completely okay. You don't have to have it. I mean, just because most people do it doesn't mean that you have to.
Right.
I think we set so much on, and I know that some people that have gone through different experiences and have had to back out and start a new thing can probably talk a little better about this. But I can tell you that I've had some people that I've heard about recently that were in high school and they were saying, okay, this is what I want to do. They went through high school, graduated college, started a career, and within a little bit of time in the career, they said, this is not what I want to do.
Right.
And that was, in some cases, not all, you know, in some cases, it was because they were pressured to decide on a plan way too soon.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, the way I look at things, it's never too late to do something.
Yeah.
I could say, you know, Dustin's 40 and he's doing weather and he's like, you know, I love this thing, but this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Right.
You can change it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's okay. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, you're not doing anything right. Do things in your own pace. And if you believe that that's the best for you, go right ahead and do
Right.
it, you know?
Right. And you're not going to know what you want to do until you get out there and figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I said, originally Luis, he wanted to go into graphic design. I mean, you still do some graphic design
Yeah,
work here, a little bit. And then here he is now. He's like, why am I in front of a camera every day? No, but it's like I said, you live and learn, as you know, as I like to say about it. You don't like it, get out, take a break, go find something and go on with it.
And my little bit of news, I know you shared some family news. I have a nephew number 2.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I know.
nephew number 2.
Awesome. The family's expanding.
Yeah, yeah. Well, expanding way more. So,
Yeah.
you know, I've told you about this because the family is expanding and some of them are still living with my mother. It was time for me to leave. So almost so in, I believe, in July it will be a year that I've owned my house.
All right, Mr. House Owner.
Yep. So it's that is something that I didn't think that was going to happen so soon.
Sure.
But it did. It was a great opportunity, and I'm blessed and thankful that I have that. But talking back about my new nephew, because I have one who's
Jasir.
Jasir,
Yep,
of course, the love of my life.
Yep.
Cashton, going to be the new love of my life.
Okay.
So he was born on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Last Friday.
So just a week old.
Yep, just
Wow,
a week old.
all right.
I'll share some photos later on when he has a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Because they have like packages to do photo shoots.
Right,
so
right. That's
capture
good.
those moments.
Well, congratulations,
Well, thank you.
Mr. Uncle Luis here. And you also have a niece as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, many of those.
Many of those, yeah. Yeah. See, I have a sister and then 2 younger cousins.
Yeah.
That's as far as that's
So
on my mother's
it's
side
not-
of the family. Yeah.
You're not in the
No.
age yet
No.
to be adding to that.
No.
But I can tell you that they definitely bring a different part of you and show you a love that you maybe don't know you have right now.
Right.
Because it's different than a sibling love.
Right, yeah.
With the sibling love, I feel like most of the time it's like not a hatred, because I don't think.
Right,
it's
well, and
hatred,
plus
but it's a dislike. It's like, get away from me kind of thing.
Right, and you've grown up with them every day. You see them every day, more than not. You're gonna get it. Whereas your niece and nephew, you don't see them but every so often and stuff like that. And it's like, and they say, all right, you know, here's Luis. Here's his chance to be his father father in practicing. We'll put it as that.
I would agree with that. And I'll tell everybody this, and you'll learn this too. Just as you'll learn the love. What I love, the luxury of having the nieces and the nephews. It's like, all right, here you go. Here's such and such back.
They're not your responsibility, just for a short amount of time anyway. And say, all right, bye, I gotta go.
Yeah.
It's always good to see them, especially growing up now. It's like, all right, now you can actually see them growing up a little bit of a different world, society, I guess, and kind of say that. You can say, back in my day, we used stencils and pads. Look at you, you got an iPad in your baby cradle or whatever they got, you know. So
yeah, it's different type of technologies that my nephew has. Everything is kind of different for every generation, of course. But talking a little bit about new life and people growing up with graduation, I you know, attend all the graduations,
You do.
cover all the graduations.
Yep.
I know they've been like a while back, but I was looking and I was like, wait a minute, that person looks familiar, and it's like, I remember that person when they were like 8 years old, and now they're graduating.
right.
Just like you know, your I think his cousins.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget their names.
Yeah.
They were
Akari
on
and
the
Andrew.
spot.
Yes. Yeah.
You showed me pictures recently, and I was like, wait a minute, I remember when they were like this.
I
long.
know.
And now
They're about as tall as me almost.
Yeah, are they in high school?
They're still in middle school. One's going to the 8th grade, one's
So I
going to
knew
the
them when
7th.
They were in elementary. Right?
Yeah, they were just starting elementary school.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you've seen them, about 10 years almost, at least.
See, that's how much time flies.
Yeah, and see, I don't see them as much either, but no, they're like, whenever they're like, oh, Dustin, let him go in there on their little phone. I'm like, you're not like the little kid you were 5 years ago. No, but they're learning and adapting. So, but very, very happy to see them grow up and almost, I guess, our generation-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Just a few years younger than us.
I think they
So,
would still be in that. So,
but no.
a little bit of everything, Dustin.
We
And
are.
I think people are starting to get the hint that we're starting to run out of things to talk about.
Oh,
but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So that's totally not too bad.
Well, here we are. We're made it to episode 10.
This is episode
Episode 10
isn't it?
finally. It took us long enough to get there.
It
We
did
should have
take-
been in episode 20 something by now, but
Right.
hiatus. It's okay,
Yeah. But it wasn't planned.
No, it was not.
I kind of want to emphasize that.
Yeah.
And even though now we can do this, and we found out a different method of doing it a little quicker, and the editing is a little faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which hence the microphones
Yeah.
that we have
And
instead
I'm not,
of the,
and I'm
the
not,
other ones.
I'm not 2 hours away up the road anymore
Right,
either.
yeah.
I'm just down the road.
Even though we've done that, I'm still not caught up with my work.
Oh.
Yeah, there's still.
Oh, I saw his little list. He's editing all these shows y'all see later in BTW21. It's like crossed off maybe 4 since I've left, I think.
So it's little by little, but the thing about TV shows, adding on to my normal job, is that I may finish 4, but if I have scheduled 2 that week, 1 that week, that adds on to the list.
It does.
So the list almost never ends unless I decide, okay, I'm not going to do any shows until I catch up.
I need to get him a never-ending listing of notebook paper because I looked in his office desk the other day. I said, "You need more papers." He says, "Oh, look in the drawer over there." And I looked, he had like stacks of notepads.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, never mind then."
Yeah,
you know,
I do go through a lot of that.
I'll get you some of those at those, the fast track that takes place here. I always get those little free grabs here and there. But yeah, it's you live and learn with all that. But yeah, we're running through here. We're okay. We got a few more minutes. We'll keep
We're
you.
gonna start to wrap up, and
Yeah.
I just want to say that we appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate you guys coming up to us and letting us know. We always like your feedback because we don't want things to be repetitive. We want them
No.
to still be interesting. You still enjoy it. So just let us know what things you want us to talk about, what things you want to.
Please, literally.
Yeah. Usually we'll have
Yeah.
a lineup of what we're going to be talking about, but again, we really do appreciate you guys tuning on in every Friday morning and
Yeah.
being with us. And the other thing is, I also want to say that as we start to kind of do things in our personal lives, that just keep us in your prayers, keep us in your thoughts, as we kind of go through all of that. I had another topic that I wanted to talk about, but I think I'm going to leave it for the next
All
one
right, we
because
can do
it might be a little longer than the 3 minutes that we have.
Oh well,
that
never
are
mind
left.
then.
But
Yeah.
continue to pray for Dustin as he seeks to start a new journey.
Yeah, and
somewhere.
actually this coming Sunday, I've actually been invited to come back to Radford. They're doing a graduation recognition at their church up there. So I'm gonna hit the road on Sunday, Calvary Baptist Church in Radford. So I went, that was my college church I went to for the little time
Okay,
because
okay, yeah,
that's what I was,
while
so
you were not-
while I was not here in Martinsville. So they said, come on up on Sunday, we're gonna recognize you, stuff like that. So I'm like, all righty, I'll be heading up there. I'll rest a little bit tomorrow and then get up, take the nice 2-hour journey. I'm gonna bring my sister along with me because
2 hours.
hour and a half, depending
Yeah.
on which way you go. He likes to go through, I love Route 8. I love Route 8. I love the Parkway. Preferably, though, if I want to get somewhere, let me go through Salem and Roanoke. That's Route 11, 460 is my route.
No.
He likes some curves.
Well, I like what is time efficiency.
That is true.
And that just adds. That
Well-
just adds time.
Well,
and
if
I
you
do
leave,
not like driving
if you
to
leave,
Roanoke.
let's say
I'm sorry.
service is at 11, and you have to leave like at 8:30, you get there in time for 11 o'clock service.
Yeah, but my thing is, why would you add 30 minutes to a drive?
I don't know. That's me. That's how I drive.
And the
Anyway.
thing is that the road you take is more traffic,
It is.
and it's through the city, so it's more likely.
Well, here's
it's
the
more
deal.
likely to have a crash.
If I'm going to live in a city that's populated, I got to get used to the flow of traffic going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
That it's been practicing, but no, don't get me wrong. I love taking Route 8 and going through the Parkway. Take it, go anywhere. If you're not doing nothing on a weekend, go up, drive Route 8, go through Floyd and see the beautiful scenery. All right, I'm done talking. We got to keep.
Well, we got to go to 26, not 25.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were. It's
Is Jeopardy
25,
music playing
45.
behind me? No, 25:45. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
but,
almost there.
Yeah, Route 8, I enjoyed it. It is very curvy, and you go through Floyd. I always enjoy
Oh, yeah.
especially because most of the times that I've been to Radford, it's on Saturdays.
It is.
So it's very active. I love that strip right there, even though you have to slow all the way
Woolwine,
down.
between Woolwine and
No, I'm talking about actual Floyd. Like
the Floyd, the little yeah.
Yeah.
One stoplight, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the sense of community there
It
and
is.
how everything just kind of almost seems like a movie because
It
it
does.
just all intertwines. Everyone's going to the coffee shop, the farmer's market, and doing different activities. That that's why I like going through there. And again, it saves me 30 minutes.
Okay.
Why would I drive 30
All right.
minutes?
That's
Through
my
a city,
all right.
and I can just
all right.
go through Route 8. Doesn't make sense to me.
All right, yep. That's our time for today. We thank you for joining us, and we will hope to see you next week with a little more organization on our schedule.
Hopefully, yes, that's the best way to put it. Again, folks, thank you so much, and we appreciate your continued support. And that's going to do it until next Friday.
Take care.